Let me just come on here and make this very clear to the LGBTQ plus nonsense. Stop making videos trying to appeal to me. I don't care.
Nobody wakes up wondering whether Shay approves of their existence. Nobody is making videos trying to convince you to be gay. Nobody is begging for your approval. You, however, for someone who claims so much that you don't care, seem to spend an extraordinary amount of time explaining why you disapprove of our lives. You say you used to support LGBTQIA plus people before because you didn't know any better, and now you found religion and the truth and you don't. That's okay, but what if all you've done is anesthetize yourself with certainty? What if your version of truth is simply the world viewed through Jesus-powered rose-tinted glasses? I mean, after all, you do say that you don't support anything Jesus didn't sign off on, right? Okay, Jesus didn't sign off on slavery. Jesus didn't sign off on segregation. Jesus didn't sign off on exploiting the poor while preaching prosperity. Jesus did not sign off on using faith as a weapon against vulnerable people. And yet here we are. Or are we only being literal with the Bible only when queer people are involved? Because if we're applying every biblical instruction literally, let's have that conversation too, because I have read the Bible too, you see, Shay. Women shouldn't speak in church. Women should submit. Mixed fabrics are forbidden. Shellfish is forbidden. Divorce. Unless, of course, you haven't reached those chapters in your book. It's funny how this list will get shorter when it starts affecting the very people that quote it. Queer people aren't making unsubstantiated claims about homosexuality being the only sin that usually gets singled out. Actually, many of us say that because we've lived it. Entire careers have been destroyed. People have been disowned by families. People have been subjected to conversion therapies. To this day, people have been assaulted, criminalized, or even killed. And that's not happening because people can't stop talking about the other sins: greed, gossip, gluttony. So yes, it's hard to take seriously your claim that homosexuality isn't disproportionately targeted. And this dangerous idea that you keep spreading, that queer people are out here teaching children anything, it needs to die. Shay, I learned about relationships from straight people. I learned about marriage and sex from straight people. Every Disney movie I ever watched was straight. Every fairy tale book I ever read was straight. Every single wedding I ever attended growing up was straight. Hell, I even played house as a child, and every version of that game was heterosexual. I didn't know a single openly gay person at that age, and the world was already teaching me something. The only difference now is that some of the children get to learn that people who are different to them exist too, and that's okay. That, dear Shay, is not recruitment. That's reality. And let's be honest, religious institutions have spent centuries recruiting children into belief systems. Queer people are simply asking to exist without being treated as a moral panic. And if your ministry, purpose, or calling, or whatever you call it, seems to come alive only when there's a queer person or trans person or Pride Month to attack, maybe the issue isn't queer people. Maybe it's your ministry. And as a black woman, as a human being, I genuinely believe you're standing on the wrong side of liberation. The rest of you, happy Pride Month.